Welcome to Reckless Paradise, everyone. I'm your host, Marissa, and I'm here with my co-host, Dystro. Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Well, happy Thursday to you guys who are seeing this video on a Thursday. We are currently pre-recording this on a Sunday, so happy Sunday to us, but happy Thursday to you guys, for those of you who are watching it now. I hope everybody is having a good month so far for September. It's been a little rocky for me, but we'll get through it.
Mm-hmm.
How are you doing, Dystro?
I'm alright.
Hanging in there?
Got my infusion tomorrow morning, but no, it's alright.
Ooh.
It's for an hour, so.
Yeah. But before we start tonight's episode, I just want to thank you guys so much for helping us hit 100 subscribers on this channel. We hit 100 subscribers over the weekend. Um, so thank you guys so much for the support. We've been doing this for about a year and a half now. I cannot believe we made it this far.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
And our second last video, I should say, our part 2 of the California breakdown episode actually is over 60 views. And that actually almost breaks a record for our most viewed video on this channel. Our most viewed video on this channel was the breakdown for Crisis of Faith. So thank you guys. That is like amazing to see. Like I woke up the next morning after doing the breakdown for California part 2. We were at over 50 views overnight. I was like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
So once again, thank you guys so much for the support, and yeah, we hope you stick along for the journey, I guess. So tonight's episode, we are going to do part 2 of our most memorable guitarists. Now, we did part 1 sometime last month. Towards the end of August, we did part 1. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and check out part 1. Because if you watch part 2 and your band or artist is not on this list, it's probably because we mentioned it in part 1. So please, please, please go ahead and check that out first. So looking at my list, I don't have many left. I don't have many guitarists left to talk about. What about you?
I have a few more.
Okay, so I'm not sure how long this video will be, but
Yeah, I have I don't know, there's so many more that I have, but I will.
hey, that's good. I only have like maybe 7 left.
Yeah, I have a lot more that we can talk about, but
Okay.
yeah, let's go.
All right, so I guess I'll let you go first this time.
All right, so I'm probably just gonna go right off the bat with Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, yeah, from Green Day. I didn't put him on my list.
You are
Well, the
fired.
thing is, I only know a few songs by Green Day. I'm not like a super mega fan of Green Day yet. But note how I said yet. Um, yeah, I know who he is. He is fucking amazing on guitar.
Yes, he is.
And it's crazy. Like I think you said this in part 1 as well. A lot of these lead singers nowadays they play guitar as well. So like that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like he's been in Green Day since what, I'm gonna say early '90s.
Yeah, Green Day formed back in the '90s. I know that.
Yes. So
Like when I
he's
think of '90s, I think of Green Day. I think of Blink. I think of Foo Fighters, like REM, all that stuff.
yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna just do some research here real quick, so don't mind me.
pulls up a whole ass freaking FBI laptop.
uh, Actually, Green Day's been active since '87, so
Wow, I didn't even know that.
yeah, they were known as Sweet Children in '87 to '89, and then called Blair Hess in '93, and then they became Green Day.
Yeah, I was gonna say like mid '90s, they kind of started to blow up in
Mm-hmm.
popularity, I should say. um, it's crazy. They're a 3-piece, and it actually works. You know, like a lot of 3-piece bands, they tend to not work out all the time.
I mean, we've seen bands come and go over the years, and like when we were younger and stuff, yeah, like there were some bands that didn't really make it past
Yeah,
a certain album point, and then they had to get replaced by somebody.
Yeah, it's kind of like how wrestling is. Like once you get to the top, and if you don't, if you get hurt or something happens, you're gonna go back to the bottom. Like
You gotta
someone's
get
going to
knocked
take
off
your
that
spot.
pedestal, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of the same way with music. Like if something happens, you produce a bad record, you're gonna go back to the bottom of the totem pole, so to speak.
Yep.
Now, here's a question: did you put Tom DeLonge on your list?
I did actually.
Did we mention him already?
I don't think we
Because
have.
I crossed off everybody we mentioned, and I forgot to put him on my list.
I don't think we have.
Okay, so let's talk about him, I guess.
Let's talk about
Let's talk
it.
about that. We're totally not good mythical morning. Also, that'd be cool if we did a collab with them. That's like my dream.
Rhett, Link, hit us up.
Sign us up. Anyways, yeah, Tom DeLonge, man. Like, my God, he could play.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I'm so glad he's back with Blink, but please stay with Blink, Tom. Don't leave again.
You put Mark and Travis through enough.
Well, he's left, what, I think, like, twice? He left in, like, '05 or something like that. And then he left again after, like, 2012.
Yeah, he left in 05 and then came back in 09 and left again in 2015.
He's like the dad that just can't stick around.
He leaves to go get the milk and never comes back.
He said he comes back with aliens.
Goddamn aliens.
Wait, no. He gets abducted by the aliens.
Yeah, he got abducted by the aliens, yeah.
But yeah, he's a really fucking good guitarist, not to mention his vocals too. Like, it's so dramatic. It's the typical pop punk dramatic sounding vocals.
All the
But like, the funny thing is, like, I saw something on TikTok where somebody flipped around the bass parts for the guitar parts, and it literally sounds the exact same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the exact same.
It's so weird. And like I said, like, I really hope Tom sticks around. Like, I feel like Blink is happier now that they're back together as like the OG crew, minus
Mm-hmm.
Scott, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could kind of tell Mark's happier.
Oh yeah, of course. Here's a little interesting tidbit that I didn't know. Outside of the music industry, DeLong have founded companies such as Macbeth Footwear, which sells vegan and organic clothing.
Ooh.
Mod Life, which sells technology designed to help artists monetize their creations into the stars, which is dedicated to the exploration of fringe science.
Of fucking course, science, Tom.
Which I mean, it refers to ideas whose attributes include being highly speculative or relying on premises already refuted.
Okay. I
Yeah.
knew about the clothing line. I knew about that already
Mm-hmm.
because I follow him on Instagram. Um, but yeah, overall, he's just a very talented musician. Like, not just with vocals, but guitar wise too. If you look at the type of guitar he plays, it's actually pretty. Like, I love the fucking guitars he plays on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking beautiful. Okay, so your turn.
No, your turn. No, your turn. Who should I go with? Okay, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Steve Vai. Now,
Steve Vai.
now a lot of people do not know who he is, but he's like the originator of the person that overuses the whammy bar.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
uses that whammy bar like it's going out of fucking style. Um, he's a guitarist, a songwriter, and producer. He never sings. He doesn't sing though. He
Wow,
only just plays guitar.
that's
And
crazy.
he was like he performed with Whitesnake. He performed with David Lee Roth.
Oh God, not David.
Uh, and like he's had like solo albums and all that stuff. And like he's his own style is like he'll play the guitar and stuff, but then he'll like just use the whammy bar for anything and every like note or like any like riff or whatever. You go, and it's like sounds like any like 80s like kind of like synthesizer like piano kind of like chords. That's kind of what it sounds like.
So he's basically paved the way for a lot of these future upcoming
Oh,
guitarists.
for real. Yeah.
I've heard of the name. I definitely have heard of the name. I think people have talked about him on Twitter in the past, in a good way, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard the name, just don't recognize any of the sound.
If you, I guess, just look up Steve Vai, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Like he will
Okay.
literally use the whammy bar like it's going out of style.
Okay.
I swear to God. I swear. I had to put him on there because like he was in a video with another band that I know called Polythia, and they don't sing either, but they do very good like guitar playing. They do like guitar picking, which is just they don't use the guitar pick. They use their fingers to pick
Yeah.
the strings, and I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. So it's a band that's all just instrumental work,
Hmm
pretty much.
And they make some beautiful music too. Like, oh my gosh, it gives me chills just thinking about it.
Oh shit. So let's talk about this one. This one's kind of three people. Uh, Starting with none other than Steve Clark. Now, y'all should know who this is by now. We've talked about him plenty of times on this damn show. Former guitarist of Def Leppard. Now, Def Leppard has always had two guitarists. They've had the lead and the rhythm, kind of like Foo Fighters, the way they do it. Unfortunately, Steve died in 1981, very, very young. Poisoning was the cause of death. He was an absolute phenomenal guitar player, and he was a good songwriter too. He was really good at coming up with like we would call it like the guitar bridge, I guess, for each song. I know that he was given credit on a lot of songs for the bridge and stuff, and he's just fucking everything, man. Like, oh,
Yeah, he's very talented. It's just
absolutely.
it's a shame that he had passed so young.
Yeah, he was fighting his own demons and stuff like that.
Happens to the best of us.
Now, his friend Phil Collin, not Phil Collins, Phil Collin. He's been a part of the group since '83, dating back to the Pyromania days. Actually, it's probably '82 he joined. He joined while making Pyromania. He's been there since then. Him and Steve were literally best friends. They were known as the Terror Twins. Phil plays rhythm guitar. I know that. But, however, on the Adrenalize record, which we mentioned in the breakdown for that episode, he had to kind of mimic Steve's parts. Because, Steve had died during the making of that album. So when they went to go make the rest of the songs and record them, Phil had to mimic Steve's parts. And Phil said in an interview, it literally felt like he was playing with a ghost. Like, he felt like Steve was there in ghost form. It was really, really weird. But it just goes to show Phil can do a little bit of both. But I think he prefers to do rhythm. I don't really know about that, but he's fucking good too. He really is.
Yeah, he is.
And not only that, he can sing, bro. That dude can fucking sing.
Yes, he can. He can sing his fucking heart out. I know that.
Like, seriously, okay, for those of you who don't know, go listen to Stay With Me, which is the cover they did of the Rod Stewart song on the Yeah album from '06. Go listen to that. It's all Phil singing. Amazing work. But there is one more guitarist from Def Leppard that we do need to mention, and that's Steve's replacement, I guess. I really shouldn't say replacement, even though it kind of is. Like, nobody can replace Steve. Like, nobody can be Steve. But they had to find somebody to fill in, and they picked up on Vivian Campbell, who's played in groups like Dio, Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy. He is very well known for a lot of 80s rock groups, and I feel like he's the perfect fit for Def Leppard right now.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he plays lead guitar, taking after Steve, of course. And like I said, like, he has his own style, but like, it works. It works with Def Leppard, which it's weird to say, but then again, like I said, he's well known in a lot of rock groups. So I mean, I don't know. I don't see how it wouldn't work.
Right. Right. That's true.
And the thing is, they all really click together with Vivian too. Like especially Phil, and like it's good to see, you know, because Phil and Steve were like close. Like they were like brothers, like joined at the hip, so to speak. So obviously when Steve died, Phil kind of really took it hard. So like I was kind of wondering like how it would have worked with Vivian, and it just worked fine. You know, they clicked perfectly. They have great chemistry on stage. They're great friends backstage and outside of the band. Like it's great, you know.
Right. And that's good to have, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
it is. So that covers the Def Leppard side of that. I'll let you go ahead and do your next person, I guess.
All right, so it's technically two people,
Okay.
and they're from Simple Plan.
Oh shit.
I put down Pierre for one reason, because it was the Crazy video. He played guitar in that. I don't think that would count. Would that not count?
I one thing I don't know too much about Simple Plan as we haven't gotten to them yet for pilgrimages and stuff.
Well,
It's like I
yeah.
don't know. So that's kind
Um,
of a question mark.
well, I know Pierre plays bass now. He plays bass to
Okay.
this day, so he's taken over for David
Yeah.
when he left. Um, it's Sebastian. I'm gonna butcher that last name, so I'm not even gonna try. So Sebastian, he plays rhythm, and Jeff, he plays lead. I guess he plays like
Oh.
a sec. He plays like a second lead,
Yeah.
I guess, or no, just regular lead. Sebastian plays rhythm. Jeff plays lead.
Okay. Yeah. Now again, I don't know much about Simple Plan. I know like about a dozen maybe of their songs. Like I said, we haven't gotten to them yet, but um, I do remember Sebastian. I think I share a birthday with him. Now that I
uh,
think about it, I know I share a
June
birthday.
5th.
Yeah, I share a birthday
Yep.
with him. I knew I shared a birthday with him and Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, like he's good. He's really good. I've seen a few music videos where he was in there and he kills it.
Yeah, he's like he's an OG member. He's been there from the start.
Now, what about the other guy, Jeff? What about him?
He's been there from the start too. Like all all the members, except for David. David joined in 2000, but Jeff, Sebastian, Chuck, and Pierre, they've been there since '99.
Wow, so they've been there since day one.
Yeah, and then
Wow.
David came in after.
So they've really had no lineup changes besides David leaving.
Yeah,
Wow.
um, yeah, because Pierre, he did bass from '99 to 2000, and then David joined in,
Okay. Hmm.
and then he plays he plays bass now too. He picked it up in 2020 when David left.
Yeah, because of the accusations and stuff.
Yeah. So um yeah, I put Sebastian and Jeff there. Like they're really talented. They're really both good guitarists and stuff, and they play off each other very well. Um a good prime example for that is Addicted, I think.
Oh Lord, not that fucking song. That fucking
Hey,
play
I
on
love
words
that song.
song. I love it.
I'm a dick. I'm addicted to
Addicted to
you.
you. That's like one of the best pop punk songs of the 2000s. Like, how could you not?
Put them on the map for sure.
I can't wait till we get to the Simple Plan stuff next year. That is going to be a lot of fun. Um, Considering they were kind of a pandemic band for me. When I say pandemic band, I mean a band that I found during the pandemic, during the hardest times of my life. Them and Billy Talent I found around the same time. So, yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get to them. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, for real.
Speaking of Billy Talent, we haven't even brought up the great Ian DeSalle. What
I
the
have
hell
him.
is wrong with us?
I have him on my list as well. So
He's like one of like the fucking first ones besides the Young Brothers. Man, I love Ian. Like, I still say he is literally the most underrated guitar player of our generation. Cause like I said, Billy Talent, they go heavily unnoticed and it sucks.
Yeah, they're very heavily slept on.
Ian, you gotta remember, Ian not only is he a guitar player, but he does most of songwriting as well.
And you could tell too.
Yeah, you really can. Like, yeah, they all pitch in, but Ian, he does most of it.
Hmm.
He's like the brains of the band, I guess you could say. Not to mention, look at the head of hair he has, dude.
It's that pandemic cut. He's just like, okay, I'm just gonna let that shit grow out.
Actually, no, he went back to the original hairstyle he had.
Mm,
Yeah, like I know it used to be long during the Crisis of Faith days,
mm.
during the pandemic, but now he went back to that fixed up hairdo that everybody knows him for. He went back to that.
The
So
almost pompadour.
yeah, someone was posting pictures from the tour because they're doing the North American tour stuff now. Uh, Someone posted pictures of it, and I was like, he went back to his old hairstyle. I was so freaking happy, to be honest. Like, he looks so good.
That's good.
Now, for me, when it comes to Ian, there are quite a few songs that stand out to me. Um, One being Perfect World from Billy Talent 2. But I think the most notable for me, like the heaviest guitar riff, would have to be from Forgiveness 1 and 2. Mainly from Forgiveness 1, because that's the heavy side.
I think another noticeable one for me, it would have to be red, not well, Red Flag, and then River Below.
Oh, yes. The good old days.
Yes, the good
I
old
don't know
days.
why, but like, every time I think of Billy Talent, I think of Forgiveness 1 and 2 because that song is like kind of what flipped the switch for me. It really, really got me going into them. Like that song's heavy, and the thing
Hmm.
is, it sounds like a Pink Floyd song because it quickly switches over to something like jazzy for part 2, and like I even said before in previous videos, Ian and them said it was supposed to kind of mimic Pink Floyd a little bit.
Right.
I really, really like that. But yeah, Ian DeSaw, awesome guitarist. I still say he needs more attention in this world.
He really does.
Alright. Who you got
Okay.
next?
Okay. I'm gonna go with Mr. Dave Mustaine from
Oh,
Megadeth.
fucking Christ. Kill
He
me.
fucking left the band.
He fucking left our band! Period!
Period.
Fucking. No, god damn
And
it.
he's got a birthday coming up.
Oh god, Metallica fans, plug your ears.
God.
I literally, okay, I don't know, like, it's probably just me thinking this. I'm probably completely wrong. I feel like most Metallica fans, they hate Megadeth. And then, like, it's the same thing for Megadeth fans. They hate
They hate
Metallica.
Metallica. Yeah, I
But,
think
like,
so.
I've come across some people who like both. And that's good. You know, it's good to like a little bit of both. Like, you don't have to, like, focus in on the former drama that went on between James and Dave. You could just focus on what they produced for music, you know?
Hmm.
Now,
It,
Dave
it's
Mustaine, oh man.
it's it's crazy that he was the original lead for Metallica, but he didn't appear on any of the albums at all.
Yeah, I know. That's a little weird.
They're like, nah, we're not gonna let him be on the record, but Kirk though.
It's gay.
Okay, so I was gonna say like it's like Dave, man. It's like I think I think if he had stayed on, that's a good what if. With like Dave was still there until this day, and then Kurt was never involved in Metallica at all.
That is a good what if. We're gonna have to save that for a future what if
Write
episode.
that down. Write that down.
Metallica. Write that down. Write that down.
But I think like the whole like Metallica fan base would be changed so much
It
because
just makes you wonder, like, what if Megadeth never came into the picture at all?
this is just me though, but it's like imagine if like Dave had stayed on in Metallica, but Kirk had started Megadeth.
Ooh, plot twist.
It's like I think it was just kind of like maybe like a blessing in disguise for Dave, I guess, because it's like yeah, like if you're gonna be butting heads with the lead singer for so long, it's like you gotta go like do your own damn thing. And I guess like so many years later, it's like he's doing good, I guess.
Now, I only know like two Megadeth songs, one being Symphony of Destruction, the other one being Sweating Bullets.
Symphony of Destruction.
Hello, me. Meet the
It's
real
real
me.
me. And so, and it's oh god, man, it's crazy because like he was in like 3 different bands. Well, I guess plus Metallica, so 4. Like he was in like 4 different bands.
Wow.
Like Metallica was the biggest one, and then like MD45, and then Panic was another one. But that
Oh.
was like I guess side projects or something.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was in the Guitar Hero Wars the Rock video game. He has that to his name. But like, I mean, power off, like hats off to him. Like, he's still rocking to this day, I guess. Like he's
Yeah.
61, so
Old bastard. Oh, Jesus. So, I think we have enough time for a few more. I'm gonna go ahead and do Jimi Hendrix. Now, I don't listen to a lot of Jimi Hendrix. However, I do hear his stuff on the radio all the time. And actually, Shome, I think it was last weekend on Classic Vinyl Sunday, they played a full Jimi Hendrix album. So I got to listen to that for the first time. And it was definitely a very interesting experience. Like some songs I didn't care for, but there were some songs that are actually pretty dope. And I can tell you right now, he could play guitar, man. Like he's one of the all-time greats, and it's a shame that he died so soon.
yeah, he died in 1970.
I believe he committed suicide. My dad's the one that told me this. Like my dad would know. But man, what a
Yeah,
guitar player.
accidental death.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. But yeah, like he's one of the all-time greats. He's definitely paved the way for a lot of these other bands
Oh
and
well, yeah,
stuff like that.
obviously. Um,
Foxy
yeah.
lady.
Foxy. Yeah, that song that I was telling you about, that's in Wayne's World.
Yeah, I
And
know it is.
it's like Foxy. It's like, okay, Garth, chill out. It's like, chill out, man, bro. It's like the song that comes to mind, "The Wind Cries Mary." Have you heard that one?
um, Maybe if I heard it, it'd ring a bell.
The
The title
wind
sounds a little familiar
cries
too.
Mary. That's a good one too, to showcase his guitar skills.
Okay, good to know. So we have enough for two more. So I'll let you do one, and then I will do the final one for the night.
All right, so I am going to go with Tom. Is it Tom Morello?
Tom Morello, yes. Where the fuck have I heard that name?
Rage Against the Machine.
Yes, that's where I've heard it. Now, the funny thing is, he was actually a host on Sirius XM last year. I think he's still a host here and there. He was on Ozzy's Boneyard. He did his own little show there. That's where I've heard him. He's fucking funny, dude.
Mm-hmm. The only reason I know who he is just because of Rage Against the Machine. That's it.
I mean, who doesn't? You know, like Rage Against the Machine, it's one of the classic 90s groups.
And plus he was also in Audio Slave too.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Chris
Yeah.
Cornell. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't listened to a lot of Rage Against the Machine, but there's only that one song I know, and I already forgot the name of it. It's one that's like well known.
Oh,
Like the lyrics is like not gonna do what they told you or something like that.
oh god, I'm trying to
I
think of the
just fucking
damn.
heard it the other night
I'm
too.
just
Fuck.
trying to Bulls on Parade.
I think that's what it is. Jeez.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That one. Okay.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, that one. Killing in the
My
Name.
mind's. Killing in the Name, yeah, okay, yeah. My brain's drawn a blank. I've also heard that other one that you just said.
Yeah,
Um,
Bulls on Parade. That's a good one.
I've heard that one too. Also I'm a little stuffed up for some reason.
Mm.
But yeah, I need to listen to them just a little bit more. But I do know those two songs. I can tell you right now, they're bangers.
Yeah, and it's funny. Like, good thing I brought him up too, because like he recently just did a song with Baby Metal, and
Oh
he
God.
he pops up in like, I guess maybe towards the end of the song, you see him. I was like, is that Tom Morello? And then like he started shredding out and shit, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it is him. I was like, all right. I was like, okay, cool. Good times.
Alright. So we're gonna wrap up on this one, and it is Sir Brian May from
Oh, I
Queen.
have him too. I have him too.
I figured we'd end on this note because I mean, how could you not? How could you not mention Brian May? Like he's literally one of the icons.
Yeah, for real.
Heck, fucking when the Foo Fighters played at Wembley for the first time, Brian May actually got to meet them, and oh god, remember the fucking Foo Fighters video, the 25th anniversary video? They were going for all those pictures.
Oh yeah.
And Teo was like, "This is what I got Dave for his birthday: a 10-minute guitar session with the legend
Brian
Brian May,
May.
$10,000."
$10,000. Oh
I love
man.
Brian May though. I love Queen. I'm not a huge like in depth Queen fan. I just know the basics.
Hits.
Yeah. Um, I always think of Bohemian Rhapsody. Um, Crazy Little Thing Called Love is another one that I usually tend to go to.
I want to break free.
But my favorite one, Play the Game. I like that one.
I didn't know he was an astrophysicist.
Yeah, Brian May, man. Like
That is crazy.
he's now considered. He's now called Sir Brian May. It's like Sir Paul McCartney, same thing.
Oh yeah, the Night Bachelor thing. I see it
Yep,
now.
that's cool. Huh,
That is crazy, bro.
that
That is
is
crazy.
crazy. So that's gonna wrap up our most memorable guitarists episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry if we missed any of your favorite guitarists. If we missed them, let us know who they are in the comments, and we'll check them out. I'm always open to hearing new stuff, anyways.
Yeah.
So the next episode on the agenda, we are going to be breaking down an album that's turning 20 this year. Actually, matter of fact, it turns 20 on the 16th of September. But this episode will be posted the day after, on the 17th. This album is called Billy Talent 1. This is the album that kind of started to put Billy Talent on the map. This is what got them introduced into Warped Tour and a whole bunch of other festivals as well. Um, with hits like Try Honesty and River Below, as well as Nothing Left to Lose. I don't know where they'd be without those hits. Um, so we will be breaking down that album in full for you guys for its 20th anniversary. I'm very excited to do that. This is a very special album to me. This is my first Billy Talent album I purchased outside of the hits album that I bought. This would be my first studio album I bought by Billy Talent. So this album has a little bit of significance to me, as much as it probably does to you too, Dystro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does.
So that'll be on Sunday the 17th, so be sure to tune in for that. And of course, Dystro, you have a song for the night.
All right, so I'm probably gonna just go with Rage Against Machine song. I'm guessing.
Okay.
Um, I'm gonna do Killing the Name.
Ooh, okay. Okay, I see
Yeah.
you. Trying to get everybody to listen to Rage Against the Machine.
Well, cause like their debut album, their anniversary's coming up in 2 months,
Wow.
and it's like November 3rd, so it's turning. Oh God, math. 31.
Wow.
I had to just do that off the top of my head. That's just crazy. Yeah,
A lot of
31
fucking
years
bands are
old.
hitting some anniversaries this year.
Yeah, a lot of people. But yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and just do that.
So, Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine is a song for the night if you guys are interested in a music video for it. So I will go ahead and put that at the top right hand corner at the end. go ahead and take a listen. I love that song. Perfect bang. Thursday night, or actually Sunday night, but so around want to head social media link. Oh my god, what the fuck? Okay, my fucking real quick. Sorry about that. That if you guys stuck around to the very end, we really appreciate your support. Be sure to go on ahead and follow us on our social media by clicking the link in the description below. It'll take you to link tree. We have Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter. Keep up to date with us there, as well as our YouTube community page. All you do is you go to our YouTube channel, click on the community tab, and it will show you any updates that we posted on the channel. Also, Dystro's YouTube channel is there as well. We're trying to get him to 900 subs by the end of this month. He uploads gaming content almost weekly, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe to him and get him to 900, please, pretty please. And once again, listen to tonight's song of the night, Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. And that's it. Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.